Hi, Julie. Zulfikar from Newsfirst.
Yeah, Zulfik, please go ahead. Yep.
Thank you, Julie. My question is, recently Sri Lankan president announced that the existing IMF program is likely, they hope that it will be the final program for the country as it tries to achieve financial independence. What is the IMF's view on this? Is it achievable given the current situation in Sri Lanka? And what is the progress on the IMF board approval for the next review? Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you. The program and Sri Lanka's ambitious reform agenda continue to deliver commendable outcomes. Performance under the program remains strong overall, and the government remains committed to program objectives. Completion of the review is pending approval of the IMF's executive board, and it is contingent on completion of prior actions. What I can add is that our IMF team, of course, is closely engaged with the authorities to assess the measures that were recently announced by the regulator on June 11th. And these include a 15% increase in electricity tariffs and the publication of a revised bulk supply transaction account guidelines for this. So these were two prior actions. Once the review is completed by our executive board, Sri Lanka would have access to about $344 million in financing. And we will announce the board date for Sri Lanka in due course. On governments, what I can add is that in end February, the government published an updated government action plan on governance reforms. And this action plan included important commitments such as enacting a public procurement law, an asset recovery law, and other actions that are aligned with the recommendations that were included in the IMF's governance diagnostic report. And then I think, Zulfik, on your question regarding the president's remarks, I think there what I can simply say is to repeat that Sri Lanka has made commendable progress in implementing some very difficult but much needed reforms. These efforts are really starting to bear fruit. We see a remarkable rebound in growth following Sri Lanka's crisis. Inflation is low. International reserves are continuing to grow. Revenue collection on the fiscal side is improving, and the debt restructuring process is nearly complete. So I think it's really important to recognize, the significant efforts that Sri Lanka has taken and also the tremendous progress that has been made. Right now, of course, we are very much focused on the current EFF, and therefore, as I mentioned, it's going to be critical for Sri Lanka to sustain the reform momentum through the remainder of this EFF program.